Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to solve limits with radicals and square roots and all that. Let's get right into it. Okay, so here we have a rather radical example of a limit. So we have the limit as x approaches 9 of f of x, where f of x is defined to be 2x minus 18, all that divided by 3 minus the square root of x. So as always, let's try to solve this limit first just by plugging in the limit value into f of x. So we have a 2 times 9 minus 18 divided by 3 minus the square root of 9. And as you can see, this pretty much simplifies to a 0 divided by 0 situation. So since it is an indeterminate form, we have to do algebra to figure out what our solution should actually be. And actually in this case, whenever we see radicals like this, if you recall, the conjugate of a expression with two terms, so say we have a minus b, well the conjugate of this is just this sign right here, whether it's a minus or a plus, flipped. So if it's a minus b, well the conjugate becomes a plus b. And actually if you have a plus b, we can go back over here to get our conjugate of a minus b. So if we multiply by the conjugate, you'll see that something very nice actually ends up happening. So let's do that. So we'll have now the limit as x approaches 9 of 2x minus 18 divided by 3 minus the square root of x. And we're going to multiply by the conjugate of that denominator. So that'll be 3 plus the square root of x divided by 3 plus the square root of x. And this actually does not change the limit value because by multiplying and dividing by the same thing, we end up just multiplying by 1. That doesn't really change the value of anything, does it? So now we simplify this a little bit. We end up with the limit as x approaches 9. So our numerator stays essentially the same. Nothing interesting happens up there. So we just have that super long expression. But then the denominator, when we multiply two expressions, one as a regular expression and one as its conjugate, we actually get something in the a squared minus b squared formation. So actually, we have our 3 squared minus the square root of x squared. And as you can see, 3 squared simplifies very nicely into a 9. And square root of x squared simplifies very nicely into x. So perfect, we have that. And now I want to notice here that this 2x minus 18 can actually be factored out into something very special. So we have 2 times x minus 9 times the 3 plus square root of x. And then the denominator here, well 9 minus x, if we multiply by negative 1 here, we end up with an x minus 9 situation. But we can't just multiply by negative 1. So we also have to multiply by another negative 1 so we don't actually change anything in the value here. So we can make this 2 into a negative 2 and then flip that right there. And now we very nicely can just cancel things. And now we are left with the limit as x approaches 9 of negative 2 times 3 plus the square root of x. And at this point, we can really easily just plug in the 9 from the limit into the expression. So we get negative 2 times 3 plus the square root of 9. That becomes negative 2 times 6, which is just negative 12. Alright, so here we have a limit that's in a very similar situation as the one before. So we have the limit as x approaches 4 of g of x, where g of x is x minus 4 divided by the square root of x plus 12 minus 4. So let's try this out. Let's try the same strategy as before. And by the way, if you were to plug in x equals 4 into g of x, you would get a 0 divided by 0 situation. So that's what would justify us doing algebra in the first place. Okay, so let's multiply by the conjugate. Let's take the limit as x approaches 4. And on the numerator, we will have the x minus 4. And on the denominator, we will have just the same thing as before, x plus 12 minus 4. But then now we will multiply by the square root of x plus 12 plus 4 on the top and on the bottom. So we also have down here x plus 12 with the square root plus 4. So again, we'll get that a squared minus b squared situation. So if we take a look at the denominator here, that ends up simplifying into x plus 12 minus 16. And actually, I'll already simplify this. If we have this positive 12 minus 16, well, we just end up with a negative 4. So ultimately, this denominator just becomes an x minus 4. And on the numerator, we'll have the x minus 4 being multiplied by the square root of x plus 12 plus 4. And now, well, very cleanly, we can just cancel out that and that factor, and we just very simply end up with the limit as x approaches 4 of the square root of x plus 12 plus 4. And when we plug in that 4 into that expression, we have the square root of 4 plus 12 plus 4. 4 plus 12 is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. 4 plus 4 is just 8. That just about wraps everything up. Thank you for watching and have yourself an amazing day.